This is something that you are interested in. I have no interest in this, but we'll go with the story just because it's interesting to see a movie become a TV show. And The Purge may get a TV show adaptation.
Which that usually leads to them only making a TV show because of the movies have become bad and they're trying to kind of right the ship a little bit.
Yeah.
But The Purge has steadily increased each time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think them making it into a TV show would, even further it. I like it just on the premise of what if this really happened? Like, that's my idea behind it.
Mm-hmm. What if crime was legal?
Yeah, like how would the country react? Because the good moral Robbie would be like, I would hope that everybody would just be cool and not do it. But the realist in me is like, there's gonna be people messing some people up in this, and it's just the story's cool. The actors and have been relatively good in some areas.
If you consider a cardboard box relatively good. I haven't watched any of them, so I'm just like throwing shade.
There has been some atrocious acting, but there has been some bright spots in it, and you kind of like to see, in the world of just complete evil on that 124 hours, you like to see the little bit of good that's trying to fight off that entire evil, which is kind of what The Purge is. You have that one set of people that are actually trying to do good. And I know I'm probably taking completely differently than everybody else has watched it, but I it's kind of like one of those feel-good stories for me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone thinks of that.
Because I see the good that's trying to counterbalance all this evil, and I know people are like, how does he get that from The Purge?
Yeah.
I look on the brighter side of things.
No.
I said that all with complete list.
Yes. But you can see us talking about what we would do if crime was legal on a bonus episode. You can go support us on Patreon to get that bonus episode. And you're fixing to get a new bonus episode for the month of October. But speaking to Cinnamon Blend, series writer and director James DeMonico said, whatever.
DeMonico.
James said in talks an interwoven anthology. Said they came to me about a TV show. He explained, my idea is that you do 6 or 7 storylines and it would kind of interconnect them using different flashbacks and everything. So kind of like Crash, but with people trying to kill each other.
I could dig it.
So
because you're kind of seeing, you might have a group of people who are actually trying to kill. And then it shows other people who are trying to, kind of protect people. Because I know in this last one, election year, you had these 2 women who were driving around in a super heavily fortified ambulance, trying to rescue people. So you might have a story similar to that of people who are trying to go out there and help. But I think it would be cool to show quite a few of them who are, actively hunting, and then show some who are actively trying to save.
Yeah.
Kind of the balance.
Yeah, I doubt that I'll watch it. So
I would watch it.
I got way too much other stuff that I want to watch.
No, this would definitely be an after all my. That's like my side dish.
That's when it goes to Netflix, and then you could just binge watch it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Psych.
You my boy.
Moving on. JJ Abrams says a porno movie announcement is coming soon. In an interview, he said, we have a meeting coming up next week with Valve. We're very active. I'm hoping that there will be a porno announcement fairly soon. He continued to go on and say, we're having some really interesting discussions with writers, many of whom, once you said you're doing a movie or a show about a specific thing that is known as a known quality, you start to find people who are rabid about these things. As someone who loves playing Half-Life and Portal, what's the movie of this? It's incredible when you talk to someone who just gets it. It's like, oh my God, it's really the seed for this incredible tree you're growing. So,
oh my God.
Oh my God. I think it's cool.
I would be down for a Portal movie.
It's the only problem with it is it's a video game movie, and all video game movies suck.
Doom was amazing.
Now, JJ Abrams being part of it, that gives it a different life.
I was about to say that gives it hope.
Yeah.
To to actually flourish into something that is good. Because the premise behind, like, I never played it a lot, but I did play Portal. The idea of having that made into a movie would be something that's pretty cool.
It'd be pretty cool. I'm just wondering how they
What
would
they're gonna do
necessarily
with
do it, because it's about you shooting and like figuring out puzzles. And
Yeah.
like I know that there's this whole overarching story of this thing trying to kill you and everything, and it's very funny. I just don't know how they're going to convey that in a movie.
If
sense.
Anybody can do it, it's him.
Yeah,
I feel like
getting the right writers and getting the right crew and everything is going to be important.
At this point with Mr. Abrams, he can right now take a movie about a turd making its long trip home, and I would probably think that it was going to be a really good movie because of JJ Abrams. So I think that until he proves me wrong with him making a horrible movie, I will believe in him, whatever it is.
Yeah, he hasn't steered us wrong so far.
But if he did make a movie about a turd going home, I probably wouldn't watch it.
You would.
I would.
You would. Next thing, Archer plans to end with season 10, and I wish Derek were here to talk about this because both of us really like Archer.
And I've seen a few episodes. I want to watch it. It's just there's so many other things right now that I'm watching.
Yeah. And the thing that I think is really cool about Archer, it's one of the few animated shows that continues jokes for seasons. And everything ties in together. Like there's not just like Family Guy. Like there's just like clips and people their lives or whatever, and it's like funny, but they don't all add up. Other than the chicken finding Peter, but that's it. But Archer, on the other hand, everything adds up to what's happening in the moment. So it's very good. But Adam Reed, the writer and executive of Archer, says he plans to wrap up the FX popular animated series with season 10. He goes on to say, had sort of a brain explosion of the way that I could do 3 more seasons. I'm really keep my interest up. I like Archer. I think it's really funny. I'm kind of glad that they're saying we're ending it this season. There's several seasons still to go, but having that plan so they can wrap it up the right way. There's so many TV shows that just keep going and going and going, and they never really figure out how to end it.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Like I said, I haven't watched Archer. It is on my list of things to watch and to finish it up. But I hate when you have a great show and you keep watching it and they just keep throwing it out there and it starts out good and it just keeps getting worse and worse and they just throw crap out that just doesn't make any sense anymore.
Mm-hmm.
End it the best way that you can and then just leave it alone. And I think that doing this with Archer is the best way that you can possibly do it because you don't want to have something, overstay its welcome.
Yes. I'm glad of that.
Yeah.
Speaking of another show
that should have been gone way sooner.
Robbie hates on the show. I don't really care. Adventure Time
yes.
to end after season 9. Pendleton Ward's Adventure Time is set to end in 2018 following the finale of its 9th season. Sorry, guys. Adventure Time was a passion project for the people on the crew who poured their heart into the art and stories. We tried to put into every episode something genuine and telling from our lives and make a show that was personal to us and that had jokes too. I'm really happy that it connected with the audience for so long. It's a special thing, I think. It's kind of unclear if this was Ward's, the guy that's over it, or Cartoon Network's decision. But again, kind of the same thing. They know when it's going to end.
Yeah.
They know how they're going to figure out a way that they want to end it, and that's the way it should send off.
I'm leaning possibly towards, I think it might be more of Cartoon Network because you've never seen them have a show that has a lot of different seasons to it. They kind of try to start something and ride it for a few years and then try to
but with that, that's one of the shows, like one of their successful shows now. Like everything else is just kind of,
Now,
but they kill stuff right and left that shouldn't be.
Yes, all the time, and it's sad.
Injustice looking at you. Yeah. Green Lantern Corps looking at you.
But I know that I've never really cared for Adventure Time, and I know there's a lot of my friends and a lot of my family who loves the movie, and I'm happy for them to have a movie that they like.
TV show, you mean?
TV show. I do that all the time, but I'm happy, like I said, with Archer. I'm happy that they have a timeline of what they want to do with it, how they want to do it, and that they're not going to run it into the ground. Like I said, not my cup of tea, but if it's yours, I know it's going to be hard, especially when you have something that you've dedicated so much of your time to, and, you talk to so many of your friends about it, to have it end. You have my sympathy. I've been there. I've experienced this, and it's for the best.
Yeah. But if you want more Adventure Time, you can check out Lego Dimensions Season 2 or Year 2 or whatever. They actually have Adventure Time as one of the level packs, and you get to do missions and all of that and then be in the world and everything. It looks really cool.
There you go, guys.
So there you go. And no, if this is not brought to you by Lego Dimensions.
If it was, we'd be getting paid for that.
Yeah, we would.
Not.